This is Brian, and welcome back to Dragon Warrior 4. Last time I just got to this shrine, or whatever this is here, and we're gonna have a conversation with the lady behind the counter, but then she disappeared. It's like the evil lord took her away because she was gonna tell us some stuff. I don't really think there's gonna be anything else I can do here. I did mention that I would try the flute, although I really doubt it. And I know you have to be relatively close to where it works, so I will just try it over here as well. Otherwise, I have 3 places in the world that I want to explore a little bit. Well, 4 I suppose, because there's still that X marks the spot place. But I get the feeling that you need to wait to do that, maybe? I'll still leave that as a possibility, but I got a couple other places I want to look. Because I wanted to check mostly the northern part of this continent just to see what this continent was and make sure I've been here. And since I see what it is, I'm pretty sure I've done everything there. Now I'm going to go to the east and just kind of sail up along those small islands there, because I remember there being a place in one of them. And there's that little island in the middle of all the continents. That was surrounded by like reefs that we couldn't cross. So I'll just check to see if that's changed next. And third, I was thinking about going to the smaller continent in the south, the middle one, and just seeing if there is anything I can sail to down there. So that's the itinerary. That was like Avil, I think, or something. The place with the port. So I know I've been there. Don't need to stop there now. Wing of the Wyvern, I guess I can use that instead of using a return spell once. Okay, this island, no, there's nothing on that one. Wasn't trying to get off either. I did almost contemplate moving Ragnar to the front, because he does have more HP, and because he has the sword now that kind of refills his HP when he hits. But I think my hero still has better armor overall, so... No, it wasn't this one, I think. Yeah, that patch of grass in the middle of this island was actually a thing, I think. There was like an old man there, I think, before that was telling us something. But it wasn't time yet, so I was just hoping maybe now it's time? I didn't really know what the trigger was going to be for that. Do I need to get all the equipment? So I still need a sword, I'm pretty sure, for the Zenithian stuff. But I think I need all that stuff to access the castle that's in the sky. Back in that northeastern, or the northwestern island town of... what was that called? Stancia, I think? Can I talk to him at night? It's been ages since the last time I saw humans. You must watch out. They say long ago the ruler of evil's palace existed somewhere around here. Okay, yeah, that is what he said before. Now that I'm reading it again, I remember that. Just in case anything changed here, I doubt it. And then there's the whole idea of, when he says someplace around here, does he mean like on that island, or does he mean within the general vicinity on the world map? And like maybe could it even mean this little island out in the middle here? Is that where the palace is? I wouldn't think it would mean the South Central continent because that seems to be pretty far away from him. Alright, let's check the map to make sure I haven't passed it up here. Right on track. For the hell of it. Okay, I think we're just gonna head south. I think straight south should get me to bump into it at some point. Okay, there. That would be the shrine that I've warped to before, I think. There is a river going in here. Can that potentially lead me to something? Alright, Nara got another level, so she's a little farther behind. That's good to see. Didn't get much HP, but she does get heal all now, too. So that helps with my healing. Okay. The left one would just lead me to be able to get to the area where I could get back to that shrine that I warped in on, so let's try this one. Ah. We got a river town here or something? Where are the people, though? There's a boat docked there. Can I go onto that boat? No? We'll go ahead and rob him before we talk to him. They didn't have anything anyway. My husband doesn't listen to my stories. Get better stories, lady. I'm too tired from work. I don't want to hear her silly talk about a giant statue that walks. Move, please. Oh, great. Good enough. I wonder if she's on a set pattern there, so I had to do that. So a walking statue, huh? This is the end, I suppose. Not yet. See if there's anybody else that I can talk to at night. Well, there's the one in the middle of the island here. Long ago, men flew in vessels. It's said the ruler of evil stole the essential component of the vessels. It was probably buried along with him. So are we finally going to get an airship in the Dragon Warrior series? Yes, meow. Now I suppose I can read it from this side. Wanted, a gas canister. Signed the item shop. Suppose going south just gets me out of town? Yeah. It is interesting, though, that there's a hidden town here that you couldn't even see from the world map. And what are these three conspiring about at night here? According to old books, the essential components of the flying vessels was kept in a sturdy canister. Oh, is that the gas canister? Did we really make flying vessels? How frustrating. If only we had a gas lighter than air, we could fly. Are they talking about like making a helium balloon or something? So it's the same kind of concept as the floater in Final Fantasy 1. It's just a gaseous form. I could just use the spell, but let's just go and stay at the inn. We had a few fights anyway on the way. Now, what do you people have to say? I saw it. The giant statue upstream walked. Upstream? Okay. Are you an item shop? Or an armor? Okay. You got anything new? I think we've had access to all of these already. I think I found the dragon shield as a treasure, though. Yeah, okay. They're the only two that can use it anyway. What about the iron mask? Okay, yep, just those two again. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's anything else new there that I haven't seen already and that I can use for anybody else that doesn't already have something better. Welcome to Riverton, a riverside town. Okay, well, thought maybe that would be a ship like we, or a shop like we saw in the other town. They had a ship sailing. Hello, how would you like a flying vessel? Yes. I wish to say that, but I don't have any yet. It's almost complete. All I need is a gas lighter than air. Okay, so that's what his purpose is. He doesn't sell anything else. He'll just give us a flying vessel if we find the canister. What about weapons? I never did check out a Sword of Lethargy. I would kind of imagine that that's going to put people to sleep or something, on a hit maybe. But it'll be less than attack power, I'm pretty sure. So we'll call that a no. I talked to... Even though this one seems like it's... Okay, yeah. When it seems docked and it's not moving around. Can I talk to her from this side? Does it make any difference? They say the monster's castle is on this island. No one has ever returned from the castle. Okay, that is probably what I needed that staff for. What do you mean there's no one in that direction? I thought it was like a counter, but those are actually, I think, supposed to be tombstones. Okay. Kind of talked myself through it there. You have anything to say now, cat? Nope. Just more meow. Well, I guess we're gonna head this way. I can walk through here and get to this other shrine. Maybe it'll just teleport me to the one across the water there? Or is this like another... Is that the statue that walked? Maybe. It said that the Great Ones catch teardrops in their hands. Journey carefully. Whatever that means. Maybe this guy is going to transport me across the water. He's going to walk when I talk to him, maybe. Because I don't see anything else going on here. Oh, is this like a dungeon? Well, we'll find out if there are random encounters shortly, I suppose. Yeah. Leonar? Like a lion with 8 arms? Or 4 legs, 4 arms? 8 limbs total? And Ebenbar? Well, let's see how tough they are. Yeah, the lions get 2 hits, so that kind of sucks, but otherwise didn't seem as bad as the enemies I was facing in the last place. Of course, I might not have seen all they have to dish out. Okay, and they're small metal. Okay. Several different staircases. And I couldn't quite tell if we can, like, go all the way around, or if these are dead ends. Yeah, I kind of figured. Rhino Band? He gets 2 hits as well. Actually, probably a heal all for Mara. Jumbat. Yeah, Jumbo Bat, I suppose it looks like it. Suppose things can still fly. That seems so tough, though. I'm pretty sure this is gonna end over here, too. So we gotta go downstairs first, and then work our way back up. Great, they have bead. At least I worked on the first try there. If it wouldn't have, and I would have had to use too much MP, probably would have just gone back out of here and gone back to stay at the town. Stay at the inn. But since I didn't have to use too much, I'll keep going for now. I'll go left first, I think. And down. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of gold. Okay, that's all that was over here. Okay. It was the right call to go left, at least. Well, unless the other side's a dead end, too, and then I gotta figure something else out. not even like I'm 100% sure what we're doing in here. I think it's probably to find a way to make the statue move and take us across the water. Or to teleport us somehow. That's just assumption at this point. Great, 3 of us fell asleep. At least we all woke up fairly quickly. It could have been pretty bad, but it turned out not too bad. There's treasure down here too? Nope. Yeah, they're not exactly the most generous with treasures in these games, it doesn't seem like. Of course, before I go over there, let's check this way, just to make sure. Wonder how many floors we have. It hasn't been overly complicated so far. Yeah, I'm assuming these guys can use some of that high-level ice magic type of stuff. Well, that's not very high level, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to let them stick around long enough for me to find out. Okay, another treasure. I would say maybe another small medal, but would they put more than one in a place? But then again, we're getting closer to the end of the game, I would have to think, so can't be that many options left out there. Okay, yeah, there are still seeds too, of course. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that on him. Okay. Yeah. That's fair enough. I made it quite a ways there without getting an encounter. All right. Yeah, this place doesn't seem as bad as that waterfall cave that I went into behind the small metal king's castle. But then again, this might be a place that I could have gone to before that, even. So we could just be a little more power, or a little farther ahead than we were necessarily supposed to be for this place. I'm still not considering it like a cakewalk, but I just haven't had to stop and heal quite as much, and we're not seeing as much damage from the enemies. Well, I guess that's kind of the same thing, but you know what I mean, right? And this floor is a little different, so it kind of feels to me like this might be the top or closer to it. Now, is that a dead end, or is that just one of those things where it's a screen transition? Because in this game it's kind of hard to tell. I'll take the steps to check it out. Okay. Yep. That's exactly what it looked like, just wanted to be sure. Couple of random encounters extra doesn't hurt anything. Get a little more experience. Probably should have healed Mara in between fights though. We can always revive her though if she goes down. Because I don't think these guys are in the kind of range where they would take out more than one of us at this point. I could give Javid a heal, but he should be fine for a little longer, and then I can use a heal all if he gets lower. That was a pretty big hit. Kind of making up for the encounters here, but it's all been these guys, which I don't really care too much. They haven't been too bad for me. They got a decent physical hit, but it's not that bad. And they don't take that many hits to take them down, so for the experience they're giving me, it's not too bad of a place to be. I did look up how long this game should be as far as beating it, just to kind of get a gauge of where I'm at. Because I don't know if there's going to be another world we got to go to or something, but just on just Googling how long, like just saying how long Dragon Warrior 4 should take, it said about 40 hours, so I'm getting close to getting to about 30, so it could mean I have up to about 10 hours left, I suppose. But also, I kind of feel like even though this is a first time playthrough, I've been kind of stumbling across the right things, or at least finding things to do and not having to waste too much time just kind of searching. So based on that, maybe I can get it done under 40. I would still expect that we'll have at least 5 hours left though, and we're gonna have multiple paths in here now. Well, let's just, yeah, take the first one and check it out. That one's a dead end right away. And I kind of feel like going around the side here, just, okay, well, there's another staircase. So this probably isn't the end of it. Let's just continue checking out this room, because there's probably a treasure at the end of one of the mazes. At least I only put one of us to sleep, and just my spellcaster, which for these kind of fights, I'd rather have Javid and Ragnar awake, because they're doing the bulk of the damage. Mara hasn't been using as many spells, I know, because I got it on normal. If I put it back to offensive, she'd probably be casting a lot more frequently, but I'd rather save that in case we have a boss fight or something. Okay, well that's an empty one too. Or dead end. At least it looked like it. Maybe we have to fall from above? That's a possibility too. But that would mean we'd have to fall to get out of that room too, and I didn't really see anything that looked like that so far. I'm hoping there's a path into that room up here, and it looks like there is. Oh, there's another staircase going up. Well, which one's the right one? Guess we'll take this one since I'm right here. Necrodane? Is that one I've seen before? I know they reskin these skeletons quite a bit. I don't really recall if I've seen this particular one. Ah, it's a mimic. Well, let's see how tough this guy is. That's not great. I think I'll just let Nara keep trying to vivify and... Okay, yeah. Not worth too much, but I mean, now I guess it's gonna leave a treasure chest, right? You're gonna try to open it. Didn't work. Come on. Finally, had to burn a lot of MP there. I think I'll hold off on healing him though. Now I have some options here. Kind of feel like I want to backtrack to that other staircase down below. But I think what I'm going to do is we're going to call it here, otherwise this could get way too long, because I don't know how long it'll take me to finish this place. So we'll pick up here next time, and I'll try to remember which routes I haven't already taken and which ones I still need to, because I want to get all the treasure and make my way through here. I might check out what's on this floor and see what I can do here while I'm here, instead of backtracking right away. But either way, we'll move on. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.